All right. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Showcase Race number 9, featuring Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. I'm pleased to have with me today the good man himself, BossCrab, as the guest commentator. How you doing today, BossCrab?
I'm doing pretty good, Pi. It's good to be here. Good to be supporting the showcase race. Yoshi's Island is an amazing game, and this is going to be a good one.
I'm excited. I know you're excited. Let's see if the chat's excited. Chat, if you are excited for the showcase race today, can I see some Trihex face spam? I gotta get my Trihex fix in for the day. I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of it tonight. Can we see
Oh,
that spam, please, chat? I know you got it in you.
let me see them. Let me see those tryhards.
I don't think that's enough. Wow, the spam is a little weak. I don't think we can start this race until.
I know. Are these? What's the hype level at?
Oh
Like,
my gosh, I think
it's.
Tryharder would be very disappointed right now in how many Trihex faces are being spammed.
You'd be very displeased. This is not enough. Come on, guys.
Oh, there. Okay, it's starting to come in a little bit there, a little bit there. All right, fair enough, fair enough. So yes, as we can, Trix is unable to make it today, but we've got some great runners today. That it's going to be a good race. Let's start introducing our runners today. Starting off with the world record holder Z-Wing. Tell us a little bit about Z-Wing, Boss Crab.
Okay, so Z-Wing. Um, Actually, I do not believe. Oh yeah, for 1-1 warpless, he does. No 1-1 warps, he does have the world record. Z-Wing is actually a very impressive runner. He does a lot of risky strats. He goes pretty much balls to the wall whenever he can. Z-Wing is a great runner to watch, a great entertainer. He's known for both Yoshi's Island and his MMX 2 and 3 runs, but he's a great competitor. You guys are going to see a lot of good stuff from Z-Wing today.
And if you're rooting for Z-Wing, his favorite face is Franker Z-Wing, also known as Franker Z. Can we see some Franker Z spam in the chat, quick?
It's a good face for Frank Z-Wing. I like it. Let's see him.
There comes the dog face. You gotta love the dog face. I'm just giving a fair warning. If you don't like the dog face, the mods may ban you, so don't be mad if it happens. Just love the dog face.
You
All
got
right,
to embrace it. Embrace the dog face.
all right. And then our top right corner, we're gonna have Carl Sagan. Uh, Tell us a little about Carl.
Okay, so Carl, I love Carl. You guys love Carl. Carl used to have the world record in pretty much every category in Yoshi's Island. He's an absolute beast. He's been trying to get his. He's been in grad school, so he hasn't been streaming a lot, which is a huge shame. Everyone loves him, but he still definitely has the potential to take this race. He's a great player. He uses a lot of. They used to call him Grandma Sagan because he uses a lot of safe strats, but I think he's starting to unleash. He's starting to go full Super Saiyan. Let's say that.
All right. And Carl's favorite face is the tryhard. So if you didn't spam it enough before, let's see some more tryhard spam if you are rooting for Carl this race. Let's see the chat. There it comes. Seems like everybody's rooting for everybody, which is always good to see. All right, and then next we've got Black Yoshi. Black Yoshi known for being a Super Mario Sunshine runner as well. Give us the details on Black Yoshi real quick.
Now, Black Yoshi, I think, is, for lack of a better term, he's kind of the dark horse here. Not a lot of people really, I think, give Black Yoshi his due when it comes to this game. He's an extremely impressive runner. He's not as well known as Z-Wing or Lee, but he is quite the beast. He's definitely been in contention for world records. I believe in the Warps category, he had the world record for a while. Been going back and forth with Japanese runner Mai in that category. So he could easily take this as well.
All right, and his favorite face is the one hand, a personal favorite of mine and an up-and-coming face in the metagame of Twitch chats. If you are rooting for Z or Black Yoshi and you just want to spam the one hand, like, can we get some one hand spam in the chat, y'all? Oh yeah, gotta love the one hand. Got to love the one hand. Carl pushing to get us going. And then finally we'll get quick to Lee so we can get this race started. Finally, can we just get... Alright, give me 1 second here.
Carl wants this to start, dude. He pushed the race up, fun fact, so he could watch Jurassic Park with his girlfriend.
Oh my god, I'm just kidding. Alright, finally we've got Lee SDA. His favorite face is PogChamp. Spam PogChamp while BossCrab gives us the details on Lee.
Alright, so Lee is the man, the myth, the legend, Lee SDA, Lee TG, Boat Lee, Franker Lee. He is one of the best people to talk to in all of speedrunning, I think. He's just a great guy. He's actually been doing a lot of work with Any%. He made the great tutorial for Yoshi's Island Any%, so check that out if you're interested. But yeah, Lee's done a lot of strat working on this game, so he could definitely take this as well. You know, any of these 4 racers could pretty much easily take this race.
Alright, well, without further ado, we want to get this going. And Z-Wing, yes, I can hear your audio. Your audio is good. Let's start this race. Let's see here. Just check entrance real quick, make sure I'm the last one unentering here. Alright, everybody is ready to go. As soon as I dot unenter, this thing is going to start. And while it's going, we'll get it going. Alright, I'm going to dot enter and then I'll explain how the showcase works so people can find out all the details. Alright, so I'm unentering. Oh shoot, hold on. My nick
You're
is...
on, you're on.
Yep,
Yeah, you're
I
on,
got
you're
nicked.
on,
Hold on. I'll fix that real quick. Alright, there we go.
Hype.
10 seconds.
Four, three, two, one, and they are off.
Alright, now let me do a quick rundown of how Showcase Race works. Basically what we do is we showcase some of the more popular games and some of the up-and-coming games on our restream. Usually 4, sometimes we try to get 5 in there depending on how the game's going. And how it works is there's a prize pool completely decided by you, the viewers. How it works is there's a donate button on the channel. Just scroll on down and you'll be able to click on it. There is also a link that you can press. I believe, hold on, let me get you updated with the new link. Basically, 100% of the money goes to the runners. It's split up depending on the placement of the race. So, for example, first place will get 50% of the pot. Second place will get 25. Third place will get 12. Usually fourth gets 8, and fifth gets 5%. So again, if you have a donation, we will have your donation comments read on the stream. So just message me on IRC if you do make a donation. Again, 100% of the donations goes to the runners, and it's decided 100% by you, the viewers. If you have any questions for us, feel free to tweet at twitter.com/showcaserace. You can follow us there for any updates. And I think without further ado, let's get going.
Alright, cool. So these guys are just finishing up level 1-1 right now. Infamous kind of running joke in the Yoshi community is that 1-1 is one of the hardest levels to do fast. There's a big, not so big, but there is a skip in the middle of it. The ground's really uneven. It's kind of tough to go through. But 1-2 is really the first real high part of the run. We need some tryhards here because there is a frame-perfect trick here that skips about half the stage that all 4 of these guys are going to go for. So let's see those tryhards for 1-2 skip, huh? So what they're going to do is they're going to try to specifically spit this enemy at the wall and bounce off of it to go over it. So the first person I'm seeing that got it is Carl. And what that does is that skips an immense part of this level and lets you get through it. But it is a frame-perfect trick. You need to release a direction and press a button on the same exact frame. So Z-Wing looked like he had some trouble with it. But, okay, so they're all through. Z-Wing had some trouble, but he can definitely make up time later. There are some pretty cool tricks. It might not be 100%, but there's plenty of stuff to do on any percent. So what you're going to see, actually, is in this level, in 1-3, a lot of these racers are going to actually hit an info block. and they're going to switch from patient controls to hasty controls. And what that does is that changes the way Yoshi shoots his eggs. So patient, you usually have to press the A button twice to shoot an egg. But since speedrunning strats, you want to limit inputs, they're going to switch to hasty, which means Yoshi only holds the egg as long as you're holding A. So it just limits inputs. A lot of people like hasty. I prefer patient, but...
So, BossCrab, I mean, early on, I'm assuming a lot of the levels are pretty straightforward. What is going to be some difficult worlds for these runners as far as, like, could potentially cause some problems where one or two of them could be losing time and others could be gaining huge amounts of time?
I would say any World 3 and beyond, every single world. World 4 actually is not that bad. World 3 is rough. World 5 is probably the most dangerous world, and World 6 is actually just as dangerous. So World 1 is really not that bad, other than a couple of... They just got to make sure they nail their jumps. But it's really... World 5 and 6 is really when the run gets intense. So one thing I want to say about the mechanics here is that you're going to notice when they make eggs, they're going to be in the air every time they swallow. That's because if you're on the ground when you tongue an enemy and swallow them, Yoshi actually stops in place. But if he's in the air, you can keep your forward momentum. So Yoshi's mechanics are actually a huge part of the speedrun. They want to always be moving forward. Another subtle thing that you're going to start to see them do here is they're going to skip these mid-rings that give you stars and basically save your progress. They always just stop you in place for like 2 or 3 seconds, so anytime you can skip them is good.
Now, one of the things that, I mean, I hear a lot, especially from Trihex, is that, looking a little lag here from Carl, by the way, is that any percent is resident sleeper percent. Now, obviously you're collecting a lot, not a lot, you're collecting everything in 100%. Why do a lot of people kind of have a negative annotation when it comes to any percent when watching this?
Well, any percent kind of has a negative connotation because you don't go into a lot of doors, areas you only do in 100%. You don't need to do a lot of the tricky egg shots. So people will think, well, you're just running through the levels. But there are, especially with like the strats that Lee is finding now, any percent has actually gotten a lot better, I believe, in the past year. But, you know, Trihex calls it resident sleeper percent, but Golden, the man with the golden voice, calls it fun percent. And I'm more apt to think of it as fun percent.
And already I got some super serious hype going on. We've got a $50 donation coming in from Finn311. He says, "Yo Pi, love the showcase race streams. Also love watching Yoshi's Island runs. I've never realized how insanely technical the game is. I appreciate the amount of time that the runner has been taking to learn the game. 100% run in the future would be awesome." So $50 donation right off the bat. So thank you very much, Finn. Right, already we've got the $50 in there. So again, if you want to donate, we'll get that comment read. And
dang, very generous.
so everybody,
get the money.
Everybody in the chat, show Finn some love right now.
And so there is pretty much nothing to say about this. You just saw them pretty much knock the guy's pants off. That is very lewd. I don't know why that's in an E-rated game, but here we pretty much got just an auto-scroller. There's Yoshi's Island does have pretty much one auto-scroller in each level. Oh my god, Lee. Lee is... This is the type of stuff you see from Yoshi's Island. It's just, you get bored, you start putting Yoshi in dangerous spots just for fun. And sometimes it goes badly. Anyone who's watched Trihex has probably seen it go badly, at least once.
No.
Also, another thing, especially here, is that you don't want to get, like, you might get so bored that you start, like, collecting stuff, like, for 100% because you think it doesn't matter. But actually, at the end of the level, if you hit the goal ring and you have, say you collected some coins, that wastes time because it'll count up your score. So you don't want to get bored and collect anything. I believe Carl said that if you collect a flower, it wastes a second. Like, it wastes a full second.
Now, one of the things that is kind of the running joke in the Yoshi's Island community is the bonus section. How does the bonus section work, and why do they want to avoid it right now?
Well, bonus sections work. The goal ring, depending on when you enter the goal ring, it'll cycle around, and if it lands on like a flower on the goal ring, you'll get a bonus scheme. If someone gets a bonus in this race, then something has gone horribly, horribly wrong, because there's no reason. The way it usually works is if you run full speed into the goal ring, it'll land on a flower spot, but the flower spot is like the third flower spot, so there's no reason that they should ever get a bonus in 80%. By the way, it looks like our friend Franker ZFG has sent his loving and adoring audience over to us, so thank you, ZFG.
Excellent. Thank you, ZFG. Oh, baby. Franker ZFG raid. Shoutouts to Franker ZFG. So the Yoshi flutter, pretty important aspect of the game, would you say, BossCrab?
I would definitely say Yoshi fluttering is a huge aspect of the game. I'm going to actually, when they get to start doing some perfect flutters, I'll talk about it a little more. Yoshi is like unique because he can use this flutter to extend his jump. Actually, in any percent, flutters actually slow down Yoshi's horizontal like movement. So you don't really want to be fluttering unless necessary.
Okay.
So that leads to a couple of dangerous like jumps through enemies, where if you were doing a safe strat, you could just flutter over them. But Yoshi's egg throwing and fluttering are pretty much the two biggest mechanics here. But there are a couple of perfect flutters that they'll need to do that I'll explain when they get out to it.
So Carl, ahead of everybody else, it looks like, with Z-Wing bringing up the rear, and then Lee SDA and Black Yoshi are very close to each other right now in the cave.
Yeah, I got Black Yoshi a little bit ahead of Lee, but Lee might be lagging behind for me.
Yeah.
But typically, yeah, that's World 1. Z-Wing, and to be honest, all these differences in time can pretty much just be explained with the 1-2 skip. Z-Wing had a rough skip, and that's why he's so far behind, and Carl pretty much got it first or second try. That's why he's ahead. Now, Carl's going into the best level in the game. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Is Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy. 420, blaze it.
So give us a little history. Oh, I see. That makes complete sense now. So when you touch the fuzzies, color changes.
You get dizzy. Yes, and the fuzzies are actually a reason why emulation of Yoshi's Island is not always great. The sound card and the way like the fuzzies affect the game is not always emulated well. But these fuzzies will make a couple of appearances in the run. 4-1 they're actually very dangerous, so you don't want to be touching fuzzies. And generally, if you touch a fuzzy, it like stops you for a second too. So you really don't want to touch them. Ooh, I think I completely missed a Baxter. That's my bad. Hopefully they'll do it again. Hopefully Lee will get a sick Baxter later. We can talk about it. But they're in the first castle here. Salvo the Slime. Pretty easy boss. Nothing really too special here. They will do a little bit of a skip here. You're supposed to go all the way up and around this area, but by hitting a switch that's off screen, they can just cut underneath this. So you'll see Carl just kind of go underneath here and grab the key.
Now, are the bosses, do they tend to be across the board pretty easy? One of the funny things I seem to find is a lot of games, the bosses, which are supposed to be the hardest part of the game, tend to be easier, and the difficulty is actually the platforming and moving around from level to level. What are the bosses like generally in this game?
I would say in this game, pretty much every boss has been figured out and has a reliable strategy for. They're really not difficult. A perfect sluggy fight is pretty tough, but generally all the bosses have been figured out. They're all, like Salvo here, there's a reliable setup to get a really quick kill on him. But he can't really kill you. Pretty much all the bosses you know, they're pretty easy. The only boss that can kind of screw you over is Raphael. That's just because of RNG. So you see Carl just completely wrecked Salvo right here, and Black Yoshi is going to do the same. The one of it, even though the bosses are easy, you gotta love the boss music.
Oh, definitely. So it looks like Lee and Black Yoshi pretty much tied right now. Z-Wing just finishing up the boss battle, and Carl on his way to World 2. So relatively not too bad. Carl's ahead of probably about 40 seconds on Z-Wing, so World 1 is done for all 4 racers.
Now Carl says Black Yoshi is actually a little bit ahead of him, so I might be getting a little bit of stream lag on Black Yoshi. But Carl says he is 1 second behind the world record for Warpless, so he is on a blazing pace right now. By the way, right here, I want to just point out, oh man, they don't even see him. That little section of pipe that you go in, that's the only time in any percent you'll ever see Poochie. So that's a Franker Z right there. That's the only time you'll ever see the dog. He's pretty infamous in 100%. His level is not the easiest.
So another scrolling part here for where Carl is, and they're just, again, he's kind of fluttering around. He doesn't obviously need the coins. He's just...
No, this is just boredom. This is actually, if you'll remember, at AGDQ, Carl actually died in this area because he was just doing what he's doing now, just diving under blocks. But we just call this Tetris. This is just really boring. This is one of the reasons why why Warpless and Warped is now 2 different categories, is because there are a couple of warps that skip sections like this, and the time difference has become, like, pretty great. Not like immense time difference, but it's enough that it warrants its own category. So you'll see they do a little bit... Oh wow, Lee didn't skip the second... Oh yeah, he does. He does a completely different setup. That's cool. So they bounce off that Shy Guy flying in the air to skip this floating block puzzle. Other than that, 2-1, pretty standard. But 2-2 is a rough level. This is the first level that I would say is pretty damn difficult.
What are they going to be looking? Yeah, what are they going to be looking out for as far as avoiding enemies and you know, platforming?
So 2-2 has a pretty significant skip in it. There's a Baby Mario skip, which skips... This is kind of like a circular level. It skips like a full circle. A lot of the enemies are like consistent. You'll know where they're going to go. But anything can happen, really. You mess up a little bit, and Baby Mario goes flying off, and Yoshi has to chase him down. It's just bad news if you get hit. So what happens here is you jump over that pole, and by fluttering over, you can skip that little spike area. There's no way to get through that without dying, unless you're Baby Mario. But 2-2 is one of those... It's one of those levels where they throw a bunch of enemies at you. This like maze section that Carl's going into, there's just a bunch of piranha plants, a bunch of mice. It's just annoying to play. There's so much stuff in here.
Alright, looks like Carl is, again, doing relatively well right now. Again, lead not too far behind as well. Black Yoshi, potentially with some lag in there. Apparently Black Yoshi is really close with Carl, and then Z-Wing pulling up the rear. Now, Z-Wing is behind right now, but is his strength later on? Like, where would you say Z-Wing's strong points are as far as the run is concerned? Where is he going to be able to gain the most time up on the rest of these runners?
Well, like I said, Worlds 5 and 6 are pretty brutal. Even if you're a good runner, you can just lose time there. World 3, like on paper, it shouldn't be that hard, but they just throw so much stuff at you that you can just lose time there and not even realize it. Z-Wing, I think towards the end of the game, Z-Wing will get stronger. I think he shouldn't have, unless like Carl keeps going at this pace, he's absolutely beasting. But I think Z-Wing, you just keep following him, he'll definitely catch up sometime. It's a long race. It's about, I want to say, an hour and 50 minutes is around where these guys will probably end up, all four of them.
And, I mean, pretty much any one of these four guys can win this race. They're all
Definitely
well-skilled players. It's
extremely skilled, and as you saw in the Ninja Gaiden race, anything can happen at any point in the game.
All right, I've got a quick donation here. $2 donation from Juicy, or Jussie. Apologize if I said that wrong. And it says, Pi, read this. Frankerzy, 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 Frankerzy. I'm no golden, but I did my best there. So thank you for that $2 donation, Jussie. It brings our total now to $52. Again, if you'd like to donate, 100% of the prize pool is going to the runners. It'll be donated between the top 5 runners. That will probably the top 4 in this stream, and there'll be another 5th place winner. Again, just scroll down, hit that donate button. If it's giving you some trouble, keep refreshing. You'll be able to get through at some point. Otherwise, follow the link in the chat. This is the direct link that it will take you to. And yeah, thanks again for donating, everybody.
All right, so Carl here is going to go into 2-4, Big Boo's Fort. This is another spot where there is the potential for a 1-1 warp, and that warp actually ends up skipping the boss. So that's another reason why it's a different, kind of a different category. So this is warp. You want to end up fighting the boss. Now there's 2 tricks here. First is the gate hack. You bump into the gate and throw your egg into it such that it fools the game into thinking you're coming through the gate in a different way, and that allows you to go through it. The second trick, which you do right where this red switch is, if you jump up and you do a perfect flutter, you'll be able to get over that wall. So basically, a lot of the objects in this game, they're set up so that if you try to just jump over them normally, you're not going to be able to get by them. And what a lot of people will do, a lot of like first-time players, is for flutter jumps, they'll jump and they'll hold B. Now, if you do that, Yoshi actually loses a little bit of height. So you wouldn't be able to get over that wall. Now, if you jump and you flutter perfectly, like frame perfect, at Yoshi's top apex of his jump, he'll gain a little bit of height. So those little walls that are supposed to be just out of reach, you'll actually be able to get through them. And there's a couple of big skips later in the game that make use of perfect flutters as well. But that one right there saves quite a bit of time. So Big Boo, Carl has just completed the true race goal, defeat Big Boo RTA.
So all the runners are very close to each other on that fight right now.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, World 1 and 2 are pretty standard. They aren't really too bad. World 3 is when you're likely going to start to see things go sour. Oh, Carl's actually going to do a cool... Oh, no, he lost a shell. Oh, he's going to get one. Carl's going to do a cool trick here. Normally, you're supposed to push this rock and use it to jump up. Oh, he just damage boost. But what you can do is you spit the shell at the wall and bounce off the shell. Carl got hit by the shell, but he got up there anyway. Pretty sick damage boost, if I say so myself.
Again, it looks like we've got Carl in first place, followed by Black Yoshi in second, and then right behind him is Lee, and then right behind Lee is Z-Wing. So very close right now. You'll probably see a little bit more distance between some of these runners as we get later into the run.
See, Z-Wing is not that far behind Lee, so he's already made up some time. He has played pretty well here. Like, Carl has gotten hit a few times, despite playing extremely well. Z-Wing has been pretty much flawless.
All right, we've got another donation in here. A very big one again. Give me 1 second here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment here. Well, keep going. I'm going to keep figuring this out right now. Hold on.
Alright. So, basically the level they're in now, it's called the Cave of the Mystery Maze, and you're supposed to do all this and go around to a bunch of different rooms, which you do in 100%, but it's a pretty straight line out of the level in any percent. That's one of the reasons why people would call it Resident Sleeper percent. You don't go into any of like the maze rooms, you don't do the extra stages, etc.
Alright, so we've got another $50 donation from Finn. So that's $100 already from Finn. He says, "Hi Pi, hoping to get the hashtag donation train on these amazing runners." Finn311. So again, thank you, Finn. Shoutouts to Finn, everybody. $102 or $100 donated just from Finn. So much appreciation coming. Thank you very much.
Dang, extremely generous. Thank you very much, Finn. Very much appreciated. Alright, so here is another really cool trick. Basically, the trick is you get 5 eggs. One of them, a big egg from this really fat shy guy. You shoot them in an area where there's a ton of enemies, and they all produce stars, because it's just the big like earthquake. Now, when you do that, the game gets a sprite overload, and it despawns these little like cannon things that block your path. So it's like a really cool time saver. This is actually another cool level because there's another skip a little bit later here that you're going to see them do. Is you're supposed to take this car and like just ride through the level, but you see they just like completely walk by it. Now Carl took a big egg in here. It was just to get these like taps out of the way. For a second I thought he was going to try and do... I thought he was going to try and do a big egg Baxter, but that would have been a little too crazy. Dang, dude, someday the Big Egg Baxter will make its way into a race. Oh boy, dude, this is... Okay, 2-8. We're into one of the hype areas. This is gonna be interesting. Because I heard tales of some swag coming out from all 4 of the runners. So, in a little bit, you're gonna see some shit.
Oh, baby. Well, you know, Carl's name is Carl Swaggin, so I would expect some swag coming his way.
True. So, one thing that Carl and Black Yoshi just did was they went... If you jump on the same frame that you try to go down a pipe, you, like... It, like, thinks you go into the pipe, but it also thinks you don't. Now, generally, that just saves a frame of animation of Yoshi, like, going down the pipe. But what you can do sometimes, if you do that with certain pipes, it'll, like, warp you into different areas. So what Carl and Black Yoshi just did, and I believe Lee's going to try it as well, is if you do it, you skip, like, a complete screen, and you just go one room further in the castle. So that's pretty cool.
Alright, and... Now, one of the big things is technically, I mean, how would you explain this? It's called Super Mario World 2, so it's technically the sequel to Super Mario World 1, but there's a lot of differences, obviously. I mean, The movement is somewhat similar. Some of the graphics are somewhat similar, but there's still a lot of differences.
Well, one difference is we don't cape over every level. Got him.
Shots fired.
But really, it's a completely different game. The every mechanic is like completely different. Like, okay, the most basic differences in Super Mario World, you hold Y to run. In this game, you don't have, like, Yoshi automatically runs. So you don't have to hold any directionals, you don't have to do anything. The Y button just uses the tongue. So, like, that's already a basic thing. Egg shots, etc. It's just a completely different game. Alright. So here, Carl's going into this boss. Now, if you've ever watched Trihex fight the Potted Ghost before, you know what he does at the end of this boss. And I believe all 4 of the runners are going to do the Trihex at the end of this boss. So can we get some tryhards in the chat?
Oh, baby.
I want to see some off-screen ground pounds at the end of this boss. Oh, Carl didn't get off screen, but he tried it. What a grandma, dude. Black Yoshi didn't get off screen either. Oh my god, I'm disappointed. Oh my. These grandmas, dude. Lee, I can count on Lee. I can count on Lee. I know he's gonna do it. I gotta give Lee some tryhards. I gotta give him my power. Lee's gonna go for it. I believe in Lee. I believe in Z-Wing as well. They're not gonna let me down. Yes, Lee!
Excellent.
What a beast! Z-Wing? Yes, dude! Off screen, both of them. Lee didn't get a key, dude. Lee didn't get a key. The key's supposed to show up. That is what I'm talking about. Both of them. Lee and Z-Wing.
Keyless, baby.
Keyless. No key shows up. The ultimate swag. That's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. I knew I could count on Lee and Z-Wing.
Very nice, very nice. We got another $5 donation in here coming in from Ian. He says, I want my money back if Sagan doesn't win. JK, hashtag Bone Mom. So thank you for that $5 donation, Ian. Brings the total to 107.
Bone Bomb, LOL. So now they are in the World 3. And World 3 has all these monkeys, and they're spitting stuff at you, and they're just getting in your way. It's just really annoying. This is my least favorite world in the game. But there are, I don't know, Carl gets on my ass. There's some cool egg shots that you can do in this world. But there's so much stuff in it. 3-2 there's a couple of cool egg shots in 3-2, but there's so much stuff. Ooh, Z-Wing! Maybe Mario's getting a little away from Z-Wing there. Blecky, the World 3 fan. I don't know, Blecky. I don't know about that. So Carl's motoring through the 3-2 right now. Couple of tight egg shots to knock the tap off. One to make this bridge spawn. I like it. I like Carl's. I like what I'm seeing.
So who's...
Oh, he missed the Baxter, dude. So close. Almost got the Baxter.
So who's impressing you the most right now in far as not necessarily playability but swag? Who's swagging it the most right now? If you could tier list of swag.
I would have to give it to Z-Wing right now, dude. He's right up there with Lee. He's only a couple unless I'm like lagged out, he's right there with Lee.
Yep, they're tied right now.
He is like even after the brutal 1-2 skip, he is right back in it. They're both still a little bit behind Carl and Black Yoshi, but I don't know, I like the fight in Z-Wing right now. He's putting his money where his mouth is. I think the only commentary necessary for 3-3 is that it's called Neppy Nuts Domain. It's really... The big blue guy that you see on the cover art for Yoshi's Island, his name is Neppy Nuts, and he shows up in about 2 levels, and this is it.
This is his domain.
Exactly, this is his world. This level's not really, like, exciting or anything, because you become a helicopter, and then you become a submarine. And in casual play, the transformations are awesome, but in speedrunning, they're just not.
So none of the transformations are really that great as far as moving fast. Then they're pretty. Are the controls okay, or what is it like to move around with them?
The controls are really bad. If you'll notice this submarine, when you shoot the torpedoes out, they just go wherever the hell they feel like it. Like look, like they don't. It's just bad, dude. It's just not good. The helicopter is okay, but the helicopter has weird momentum. And unless you need it, like in 100%, you don't touch the mole. The thing is slow. But like I said, in casual play, it's not bad, but you just... Whenever you can avoid the transformation, you do it in any percent. Ooh, dude, Black Yoshi got wrecked. He got sent all the way back to the beginning of the submarine. So...
That's a lot of time.
That is a ton of time lost. Lee and Z-Wing are right there with him now.
So actually, they're ahead right now. They just pulled ahead of Black Yoshi because of that mistake.
They did.
So now...
I wasn't really watching him. I don't know if he missed a bubble or if he just got hit. But that is a ton of time lost.
And that's big for Carl, because Carl and Black Yoshi were relatively close to each other, but now Carl's got a much bigger lead. It's more of, he's starting to pull away now.
Yes, he's starting to pull away, but anything can happen. This next stage, there are dangerous insta-kill spikes that Carl is... Like, he shouldn't get hit, he shouldn't fall into them, but he can. But no, that is huge. Carl has quite the significant lead at this part. But anything can happen, man. So judging by what I'm seeing right now, Z-Wing is currently in second, despite... Oh, the sub despawned on Black Yoshi. That's brutal. So there was so much, if the fish chase you in the sub area, the bubble to get the sub refresh can despawn on you if there's and that's just awful luck. That's nothing he couldn't control that. But regardless, Z-Wing is currently in second place right now.
So fell behind pretty early on with that 1-2 skip, but right back in it there in second place.
Definitely. He's extremely impressive this race. Big shout-outs to Z-Wing so far. Wow, Carl. Oh my god. That is godlike.
So what just happened there with Carl?
Okay, so he just walked through it backwards with an egg aimed. He could have just, babied it. Those spikes are insta-death. So if he could flutter, he can go through it kind of slow to make sure, but he just went for it, dude. That is what I love to see out of my man Carl Swaggin. Prince Froggy, good boss fight, good expression from Yoshi as he gets turned small. Generally can't mix magic, will buff up the boss, but he nerfed Yoshi. So basically, Prince Froggy is really simple. One interesting thing about Prince Froggy is You basically hit this like uvula that's in his stomach for no reason. And what you want to do is you want to actually, you'll notice Carl's not shooting it directly up into it. You'll notice he's like redirecting it off the side. For whatever reason, that does more damage, so you kill him in less hits. And I don't think anyone really knows why that is. So Carl has destroyed the Froggy, and Yoshi comes back, and he still doesn't, he really doesn't know what the hell just happened.
Interesting boss fight, to say the least. You're inside a frog and you're shooting it with eggs.
Oh yeah.
Seems legit.
Like, once you speed run the game, the bosses aren't really, like, they all kind of become easy, but they're all still really unique, and that's one of the things that is really cool about this game, is that the bosses are all kind of, like, their own thing. They're all pretty unique. That's one of the reasons why this game is just really awesome. The graphics, the music, the bosses, honestly, it's like the total package you could ask for in a platformer.
So Z-Wing gets out of the frog second, followed by Lee, and Black Yoshi maybe about a second or two behind Lee at this point. So Carl first, Z-Wing second, Lee third, Black Yoshi fourth, for those following at home.
Need to refresh these guys. Because Black Yoshi, I believe, is a little bit ahead of Lee. Not too much, though.
The quick refresh.
This is probably my least favorite level in the game. Just a bunch of monkeys, spikes, things just flying at you. Just not really that fun to play, but once you go through it fast, you know, you feel real cool. Ooh, and now Carl is going into the cave of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, what's interesting about Yoshi's Island is that they have a lot of these weird, like, interesting enemies that only show up for, like, one level. So in this level, for, like, no reason, there's these hedgehogs that run around and they, like, beast on you. What Carl is able to do, though, is he's able to... Oh, no, dude. Okay, that's not too bad of a time lost. He's able to bounce off of a mouse and get up to this top section and basically jump over what you're actually supposed to do in this cave. Just like push a rock and go underground, all that crap. With that little flub, Z-Wing, I still think Z-Wing is not too far behind here.
Carl's is really going slow for me right now. Hold on. Let me refresh Carl.
You got another Baxter, baby! Baxter! So one thing you can do in this game is that you like, it's just called a Baxter, and it's just for swag. You basically, like, you ricochet an egg around, and you hit it with your tongue so that it, like, falls where the next Yoshi is going to come in to pick up Baby Mario, and that Yoshi will pick up the egg. It does not save any time whatsoever, but it is just really cool looking.
And I'd just like to point out that we are the showcase race, and this week obviously is Yoshi's Island 80% Warpless. How the showcase race works is the prize pool is decided by you, the viewer. If you feel like you'd like to donate, 100% of the money raised for the showcase race will be going to the runners and will be awarded out as prizes. So first will get 50%, second will get 25%, third will get 12%, fourth will get 8%, and fifth will get 5%. Right now we are at $107. If you would like to donate, feel free to leave a comment either on PayPal or send me a message on IRC, and I will be glad to read the comment on the air. So again, the showcase race, you can click on the donate button down below, or you can follow the link that I just posted. If the link isn't working, just keep refreshing and you will be able to get through. So again, thanks to everybody who's already donated and will donate. Much appreciation.
Carl is going into Naval Piranha's castle. Z-Wing is not far behind. And then Black Yoshi, and then Lee. Now, he's lagging a little behind here, man. I got big hopes for Lee. I think he needs some support in the chat, is what I think.
Uh-oh. We getting some PogChamp spam?
I think Lee needs some PogChamps to help him out.
Oh, I'm all about the PogChamp. Let me get that PogChamp spam in there.
Okay, so, ooh, that was pretty sexy. So one thing you can do in this castle is you see these, big, ghosty guys. If you hit them as they're, coming onto the screen, as they, enlarge, you, reject them and they don't get to their full size, so you can just kind of skip by them. So Z-Wing just did it right there. That guy's supposed to, grow large and block your way. Okay, Carl's gonna kill Naval right here. So that was a boss. And Carl is done with World 3. That boss just kind of sits on the platform, and if you go too far to the right, he spawns and he does this giant animation where Kamek makes him huge. But you can actually shoot him with an egg, just off screen, and he dies instantly because you hit him before he transforms. So that's just... And that's actually, developers actually planned for that. If you do that, Kamek comes in, he screams, "Oh my," and the boss is dead. So that saves a bunch of time, and all four of them hit it, which is... It's not really something that should be missed, but if it's missed, that's at least a minute down the drain.
And Z-Wing really close right now to Carl. They're both on the map selection screen right now, and probably, 15 seconds apart from each other? Z-Wing was behind probably about 45 seconds for a while, and then bringing it back to about 15 seconds. Very impressive by Z-Wing.
Z-Wing is definitely... Oh, Black Yoshi... No, Black Yoshi got it. He didn't miss. Somebody... I got fooled in chat by Finn. The man of the hour, Finn, just completely fooled me. But yeah, Z-Wing has really impressed during this race. 1-2 skip. The nature of it is if you just don't have it, it can cost you a lot of time. But Z-Wing is really impressed. Okay, so Carl has hit a fuzzy in 4-1, and that can be very dangerous. He's hit a lot of fuzzies. You see these brown platforms that Carl's going to walk into? These are actually sprites. And with the way fuzzy mode works, sometimes if you land on those platforms while you're in fuzzy mode, you just fall through them completely. Which can be a huge problem. Z-Wing has also hit the fuzzies, and so it looks to me like he's just gonna kind of take it safe here.
Dude, I'm not sure if anybody else is getting this. Carl's lagging really bad for me right now.
He looks fine for me, but...
It's time war cable then.
Yeah. TWC.
Shoutouts.
Oh, Black Yoshi. Okay, so see, Black Yoshi died. So he is in last place right now. And that is... Anytime you die in this game, especially with these caliber players, because they're not going to hit any mid-rings, so it's always going to be a pretty bad time loss.
So go straight from the beginning, no checkpoints.
Exactly. Because anytime you get the checkpoint, it wastes time. So what happened to him was exactly what I was talking about. He just clipped through the platform. There's nothing he could have done about it. the nature of fuzzies and the way they spawn is not reliable. So I will say that you should keep an eye on some of the other people in this race. Hyperzoot and I Got Bored both have sub 2-hour times for any percent, which is pretty good. So both of these guys will probably be in the running for 5th place. And if something, I would say, catastrophic happens to one of the 4 racers here, I would say that they can definitely take 4th.
I've got a huge announcement. We've got a $107 donation, doubling the amount of money that's in the pot by Hallucinogen. He says, don't really have a real comment, but basically the hashtag Yoshi people are awesome and need the support. So thank you for that huge donation. That brings our total up to $214. So we're about a little over halfway done, and we've already got $214. So thank you very much. That's pretty hype. Everybody give some
give him here some love.
Give him some hearts, man. I want to see some heart Hallucinogen in
that
the
is awesome. That is really cool. Thank you very much, Hallucinogen. Extremely generous. Okay, so one thing that Carl's going to make use of in this level, 4-3, is you see these green piranha plants? If you hit them with an egg or an enemy, they will, like, kick back in some hurt animation, and they cannot damage you while you're in that. So you can use that to run through the piranha plants. I want to see if Carl gets the Baxter. Oh, he got it! He got another Baxter! That's what I like to see.
Is that at least 3 Baxters for Carl? I know it's at least 3.
That's at least 3. I don't know if he got another one that I didn't see, but that's definitely 3 Baxters. I like it. I like it a lot. And now Carl gets to go into one of the most annoying levels in the game, Marching Mildsport. It's a pretty unique level in the grand scheme of things, but I don't know. I personally don't like it, so I'm biased. But there actually are a couple of pretty interesting things he's going to do here. The basic gimmick of Marching Mildsport is that there's 4 paths you can go into once you come in here. And each path has a key at the end of it, and you need all 4 keys to get to the boss. So each, room has a gimmick to it. Ooh, Carl's had some difficulty with these egg shots, dude. Z-Wing is making up some ground fast. Z-Wing is right there, man. He is right on Carl's heels. This is getting interesting. Black Yoshi also gets the Baxter. People love that. Yeah, that's one benefit of any percent is you do Baxters. Don't really do them at 100%.
Such good music, man. I love the music in these games, these old school Super Nintendo and Nintendo games.
Absolutely, yeah, amazing. There's just, to say nothing of the final boss music in this game, just all the other tunes, really. I don't think there's I really don't think there's a bad song in this game. So again, Carl's going to make use of the damage here. He's going to hit this Piranha Plant and just run through him. Z-Wing is right on top of him, dude. This is very interesting. And
No,
so Lee just bounced off an enemy to skip a really slow-moving platform. There's just a bunch of these like little subtle movements in Yoshi's Island that make up the run.
I mean, you gotta like Z-Wing's chances just because Carl, like you said, is going for is in grad school and probably a little bit rusty in some levels, and Z-Wing has been still pretty active. So it'll be interesting to see as the game goes on late into the game if Carl can continue to hold off Z-Wing in this race.
Definitely, definitely. Carl's probably, I don't know when the last time he did a little bit of practice the other day for any percent, but he didn't get to the later levels. So unless he did some off-stream practice, he might start going into 100% strats in these later worlds. It's a tough habit to break since he did that amazing 100% run at AGDQ.
Refreshing the streams real quick.
Yeah. So Carl's going into Marching Mild, which is a funny and another unique boss in that you don't, like a lot of the bosses you'll kill by shooting eggs at them. Marching Mild is different in that you have to ground pound him to cause him to like split up into different parts, and then you can shoot eggs at him to kill him. So let's see if Carl gets the double. We got it. Nice. So Mild is down. It's gonna be cool. So we kind of missed an egg shot there. But pretty good Mild fight for both of them.
Just
Four
within
five. Oh, yeah.
just within
4-5.
seconds.
I know, he's right on top of him. So 4-5 is a cool level because you're supposed to push this Chomp Rock the entire level and like do some cool things with it. But Yoshi's like, nah, I'm gonna bounce off this enemy and go over the barrier. That's pretty much the level.
So like a really minor sequence break then.
I wouldn't say minor. I would say pushing the block is just annoying.
Okay.
But in any percent, yeah, in 100% it's actually cool because you have to do this like shell jump at the very end to make up for the lack of block to get into an extra area. But any percent, it's really simple to do those skips and it saves a bunch of time. I tell you, man, I'm really impressed by both Carl and Z-Wing, dude. They've brought their A game. To say nothing of Black Yoshi and Lee as well. Lee is, it looks bad, but Lee has played pretty dang well. And Black Yoshi, other than, something he couldn't control, the thing not spawning, Black Yoshi has played it very well as well. I'm really impressed by all the runners in this race right now.
He had that one death, but other than that, it's been pretty good.
Yes. He had the death because he clipped through the platform because fuzzies are dumb. And he had the submarine thing despawn, so he literally couldn't finish the submarine section. So, I don't know, dude. Black Yoshi, I think he's a very good runner. I think he's still definitely in it. But I'm interested to see is I wonder if any of them will do the blast off. I highly doubt it, but that would be insane if they went for the blast off in a race. 'Cause that is very dangerous to go for in a race.
So, I mean, obviously you don't want to grab checkpoints just because you don't need to, but are there some, does it slow you down? Like, let's just say there's a checkpoint that's just straight away, like, you know what I'm saying? You could just be jumping right through it and keep going. Does it slow you down, or is it just like any other checkpoint? You just keep going?
If you if you like if you had a full 30 stars and you jump into the checkpoint hoop, the checkpoint won't give you any stars and it'll take like half a second to go through it. But they're never gonna have 30 stars pretty much. I would say in a race you can grab a couple of checkpoints just before dangerous areas, but some of them are like out of the way and it's slowing you down regardless. None of these guys I don't think are gonna get like safety checkpoints. There are a couple of checkpoints in the run that are completely unavoidable. I believe there's one in Sluggy's Fort, but I don't know. There's a couple others. Hmm. Well, Carl's going into Hookbill's castle. Now Hookbill is it's really straightforward, but Hookbill I think is a really cool boss. Ooh. Carl had to dance around with Baby Mario for a second there. Z-Wing's right there.
Yeah, little errors like that here and there with 1 second or 2 seconds, man. That he doesn't have that much of a leeway, but Z-Wing struggling right there as well. He lost Yoshi for a little bit.
Exactly. Z-Wing... Ooh, okay. So what Carl did there was he grabbed that platform through through the floor. You can do that with like a specific thing, and it allows you to skip creating like a ladder to the door there. But yeah, just little things, man. You'd be surprised how much just getting hit once costs you some serious time, especially if Baby Mario's not cooperative and he flies away. There's some ad spam that should be taken care of.
I got it. So just want to point out again, if we are the showcase race, 100. What we do is we restream the top 4 runners in the game, and then give out a prize pool of top 5. The prize pool is decided by 100% by you, the viewers. If you'd like to donate, just scroll down, hit that donate button. Otherwise, you can click the following link in the chat, and it'll take you there as well. If you'd like to leave a donation comment, you can either leave it in the PayPal or shoot me a message on IRC. Sometimes the link does not work. Just hit refresh a few times and you should be able to get through.
Alright, so Carl is going to fight Hookbill the Koopa. A pretty standard fight. Just jump on his head, he'll give you eggs, knock him on his back, and ground pound him. Just pretty much exactly how you would expect to fight a turtle.
Of course.
Now what I'm interested to see is if Carl or anybody will go for the blast-off glitch. What you can do to kill Hookbill is you'll see when you flip him on his back, you'll see that Carl and Z-Wing will try to ground pound him while he's still in midair, because you can do that. But for the final hit on Hookbill, if you do that, Yoshi will just completely blast off into the air. And... okay, so Carl's not going to go for it. And how long... Okay, Z-Wing didn't either. That makes sense, because if you blast off, Yoshi will rocket into the air, and sometimes he just does not come down. So that's like... It's like a ton of swag, but it can lose you a bunch of time.
Sure.
I don't know. Lee might do it, but I don't know.
I fully expect Lee to go for it. He's been swagging out. He got that off-screen ground pound earlier.
Lee has been... Lee has definitely been swagging out. I want to see if he does it. I want to see if Lee comes through for me again. Oh, we got some trash talk in the chat.
Oh wow, look at that.
Carl's ass is Z-Wings. Oh my god. I like it. That's what I like to see. Oh shit, Lee's doing it. Blast off, baby. Try
Oh, there
hard.
it is.
Try hard. The big blast off. I love it. Lee always comes through, dude. Always.
Dude, he has been swagging this whole race. He has not
Hey,
let us down.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And Yoshi did not stay up there too long. That was good. Trihex is he's got a boner right now and he doesn't know why.
He's serving those tables, man, and it's just sticking out real big right now.
Alright, so here's where things can go sour in a hurry. World 5 is the snow level. It's like the snow world. There's a bunch of platforms. There's a bunch of these penguins which body check you. There's just a lot of time that can be lost. Z-Wing already got hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say you lost some time there. That little smack talk, actually, he was closer to Carl before the smack talk.
I know, Z-Wing's talking trash, but he's got to back it up.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Z-Wing. He's all talk, man. All talk Z-Wing. Franker Z-Wing over here.
Frank is Z-Wing is talking the talk, but he's not walking the walk right now. Let's see, Carl just right there just did a perfect flutter to get over that edge. Just another little skip. Saves a bunch of time. I assume Z-Wing is going to do the same thing. Okay, and see... Oh, Z-Wing... Okay, well, yeah. They bring the penguin with them, so just in case you miss the perfect flutter, you can bounce off the penguin there. The 5-2 is actually a pretty dangerous level at the end. What they're gonna do is, the whole gimmick of this level is you're supposed to, like, ride these ski lifts everywhere, and at the end there's this huge, like, section of ski lifts that are slow as heck, and they don't do anything. So what Carl's gonna do is he's gonna say, screw that, I'm gonna bounce off of these penguins, and I'm gonna get to the goal ring.
Very
no problem.
nice.
Easy.
That looks like a difficult trick. I mean, you're fluttering around a lot and you're gonna land at a specific spot.
You're fluttering, and you gotta bounce off this penguin, and you gotta not get hit by this other penguin, because, like I said, these penguins will body check you. They will body you free, and if you get hit while you're in the air, they will, like, send you in a direction you just don't want to be going in.
And Z-Wing able to get the trick as well.
There we go. We're in 5-3. This is one of the most infamous levels. Ooh, that's it. That's the opening Z-Wing's gonna need. This is infamous, dude. You need to... Oh, okay. Carl took, like, the flame thing, so he's gonna try to go through. But what you do here is you want to bounce off one of these fish that's bouncing out of the water, and you can go straight to the top and just walk up top. So Carl missed it, and Z-Wing got it. So Z-Wing is right back on top of him again. 5-3 is a pretty infamous level. You gotta slide around. It's bad business.
Oh baby. Right back on top, Kappa.
Right back on top of him, Craig has him. The Z-Wing's right there. Again, you want to skip these lifts because they're just dumb. You do have to take this one. There's no way up there. Ooh, Z-Wing's a little bit ahead. Oh no, dude!
Z-Wing just died.
Z-Wing,
Oh
no!
no.
Oh my
That's...
god.
Is that a huge time loss right there?
That is a huge time loss. He is behind Lee.
Wow.
He is only ahead of Black Yoshi right now. Oh my god, dude. He was right there with Carl. That is brutal, dude. That is 5-3, man. Infamous level. There's ice, there's penguins everywhere. You miss a jump and you are in a horrible position.
So just like that, all the time that Z-Wing just gained is gone. Now he has to redo it again.
He has to redo it again, so he is behind Lee right now. He's still ahead of Black Yoshi. And Carl's going through the best 2 screens in the game. Between 2 screens, only 1 input is required. So if you'll see, notice Carl's just not going to hit a button. This skiing screen, he doesn't have to do anything. And Black Yoshi looks like he missed the skip as well. So he has to go underneath, which is... So it's going to cost him some time. You'll see Carl will just get hit by these rocks. He doesn't care. No reason to do anything on the screen.
So yeah, Carl been really consistent so far with these tricks. Not, I mean, small mistakes here and there, but nothing where it's putting him back a lot of time.
I mean, you know, that's Carl Sagan, man. That's what he does. He's consistent. He's good. He's extremely skilled. But, you know, even all that time off working to get his doctorate, like, it ain't no thing for Carl Sagan. The Carl Swagan is still putting in a lot of work. I like it. So Carl is heading into the brain slug for it. I mean, this is just a long fort. There's an auto scroller in it. It's kind of annoying. Oh, dude, Trihex is in the chat. The Trihex.
This guy says he's busy, shows up in the chat, man.
There's only one thing to do when Trihex shows up.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'll get you in here. Oh, we lost BossCrab.
But I'm here.
Weird. It's saying that you're... Oh shoot, I forgot on the Skype call, dude.
Oh, yeah. Trihex, I think, just joined Carl and them's. I think he joined, so, like, he joined their Skype call, so I think he's talking some smack.
Oh baby. We can get him in the Skype call if he wants in. If you want to add him to the Skype call, if he needs to get in here and say something on stream.
Yeah, if he wants to talk trash on the showcase, or I think, I don't know, like, how good it would work, but if you switch audio to one of those guys, they've been talking trash to each other in their own Skype call for a while. I don't know, like, Trihex's Skype name or anything, so I couldn't bring him in here. So, if you'll notice, Lee and Z-Wing are, like, right next to each other. Lee is only a couple seconds ahead of Z-Wing right now.
So Z-Wing catching up again already. He's about to repass Lee again.
If Lee makes a mistake, then Z-Wing is right there to capitalize. He's still a decent, like, a couple of seconds ahead, but, you know, this is the thing about Z-Wing, dude. You can never count him out. He's always right there. Even with some mistakes, he's still so good, man. I don't know how he does it. And Black Yoshi is really not that far behind either. He's quietly lurking. He's waiting.
Yeah, ever since that one mistake, he's been playing really solid for the most part.
Definitely.
So another scrolling, somewhat side-scrolling level here.
Yeah, this auto-scroll. Now, here's another reason there actually is a 1-1 warp in this level. It's kind of tough to pull off, but it skips this huge auto-scroller and it skips the boss. So that was kind of like... That was one of the big things that made the categories be separate, because with any percent, it used to be, it was like, well, you can do warps or you can not do warps, and it's your choice. So it was like, okay, why wouldn't I do warps? They would save time. But these big, there's been a couple of new warps found recently, including the warp in this level. They found a way to reliably do it. So they've kind of officially split the categories, and Warpless has gotten a lot of hype recently.
So would you say Warpless is the most popular category for between the two any percent categories?
As of right now, it seems to be much more popular. I think, to be honest, I personally think it's a better run, because with warps, you skip, I believe, you skip a total of 3 mini-bosses if you hit all the warps, so that's kind of, I don't know. And the warps, what they do is they send you back to 1-1. So, like, even though this is a really boring, dumb auto-scroller, what you do with the warps is you go back and play the end of 1-1, like, a bunch of times. I don't know. It's not something I'm fond of. So Carl is fighting the Brain Slug right now. The new Brain Slug. Rest in peace, old one. And Sluggy... I want to see if Carl will get the double. You can hit his heart in 2 egg shots, but it's pretty hard. So no, he wasn't able to do it, but he still had a pretty good Sluggy fight. And just so you can get a sense of how long this auto-scroller is, Z-Wing and Lee were on the auto-scroller when Black Yoshi got to it. So that's like... It's a long auto-scroller.
Sure.
And it's really boring. There is a way to skip it without doing the warp, but it involves, like, carrying a bat and doing a bunch of ridiculous flutters and extended flutters, and it's just not something you could do reliably, definitely not in a race.
Is it done in the world record run with the bat, or is it still one of those tricks that's kind of being figured out?
It's still one of those tricks that's just like, you can't, it's not worth it to go for it yet. The record's not that optimized. Z-Wing's beasting on Sluggy right now, dude. He's getting the 2 hits. Ooh, he's right with Lee, dude. Sluggy just died at, like, the exact same spot. This is hype. This is big hype right here. This is what, oh my god, dude.
So...
And Black Yoshi's right there, dude. He's fighting Sluggy right now.
Mm-hmm. Carl's still well ahead right now.
Carl's still definitely in the commander's seat right here. He's in the driver's seat. Carl pretty much, if he can play consistently, he is definitely going to be able to take this, but anything can happen, dude. World 5 and 6 are so dangerous. So Carl's in the driver's seat, but we've seen Z-Wing come back from pretty big deficits to get right next to him.
Sure.
Ooh, Carl got another Baxter.
Oh, baby, that's 4 for Baxter.
That is what I like. Oh my god, dude, Carl. I love it. Lee and Z-Wing, dude, are like neck and neck. This is awesome.
Gotta love that helicopter sound, man. Gotta love it.
I mean, dude, if Trihex wants to, like, give Pi his Skype name, he's more than welcome to join and commentate, but
Oh, definitely.
I think he's having a good time talking crap to, like, Carl and them.
Oh, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Regardless, if he wants to get in, all he has to do is message me on IRC and he's in.
Exactly, definitely. I wonder, oh, dude, Carl Carl's on a really long auto-scroller. I want to see if he'll do it. In the task, he basically goes Super Saiyan. I want to see if he's going to go Super Saiyan. He's just messing with the chickens. Oh no, dude, he's getting rid of his eggs. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's going to create the chicken shield.
Oh baby.
There it is. There's one. He needs more though. Lee and Z-Wing might bust it out. But there really isn't like much to say about this level. This is like the worst level. It's just long, it's boring, it's an auto scroll. No way to skip it. You just kind of sit there and hope you don't die.
Yeah, it would be pretty brutal to die at this spot. I mean, it's so long, having to go all the way back and just sit there. That's got to be probably the worst feeling in an auto scroller where you're just waiting to keep moving. And if you die, then it's just like there's nothing that you can do at that point to go faster because you're just waiting for it to finish.
Exactly. You just sit there, and when you're sitting there, boredom sets in. And when boredom sets in, you start doing the funny or dumb things, and if you do the wrong thing, you're dead. It's not a good time. If there's one complaint I have about Yoshi's Island, it's that there's pretty much an auto-scroller in every world, and there doesn't need to be.
But
Carl's got 3 chickens right now.
uh-oh.
He's ascending. He's going even further beyond.
Oh my gosh, the chicken force field.
Super Saiyan 3, chicken force field. Oh, he tried to send them in different directions. And he just gets rid of the chickens at the end. So Carl is done with the auto-scroller.
Now, was that checkpoint avoidable, or did he have to hit that one in order to keep going? It just blocked the path too much.
I believe you can jump over that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if... I mean, part of it is... I assume that could be a safety checkpoint. Because if you die here and you didn't get the checkpoint, you go through the auto-scroller again. And
Oh, wow.
So in a race, that's a good checkpoint to hit. But Carl is done, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
He's probably a good 45 seconds or so ahead of Z-Wing and Lee right now. So maybe even a minute. He's got a nice lead right now. Is there going to be anything that he could potentially mess up in this last portion of the run? He's halfway through 5 right now.
If he messes up a technique in 5-7, it could kill him and cost him a bunch of time, but there's like a setup for it that's pretty reliable. Raphael could troll him, but not like waste minutes on him. I don't know, dude. He could die in the auto-scroller in World 6 as well. World 6 is a dangerous world. It's one that just eats your time away. So I don't think there would be a huge major mistake, but little mistakes could pile up, definitely. Like, Z-Wing and Lee are right with each other still. So after all this, Z-Wing is still just a little bit behind Lee. And Black Yoshi is a little bit behind them both, but he's still putting in some work. Let's see some support for Black Yoshi in the chat. Let's see some hype for Black Yoshi. Let's get
one hand. I'll get some one hand spam.
Let's get the one hand going.
Oh boy. Here come the ads. See ya.
So 5-7 is pretty much just skipping moving platforms, jumping around. No real problem for Carl. Now again, Carl's already passed it, but Lee and Z-Wing are about to get into it. There's one of those like green piranhas blocking the way. If you hit him, you can run through them. Now, basically, if you miss that, you pretty much die. So you don't have much time to get through them, but there is a setup for it. I believe. I don't know whether IQ Unlimited found it or he like helped out with it. I want to say he found it, but I could be completely wrong. Ooh. So Z-Wing got hit by the piranha, but he didn't die, so I kind of just lied to your face right there. But he's alright. That did cost him some time against Lee, though, so Lee has not made any major mistakes. Lee, like, has quietly played pretty well and gotten the swag.
You can swag and play well. That's always good, you know.
Yeah.
Trihex kind of brings the swag, but doesn't play well. So I'm just saying.
Shots fired.
Shots fired there. I'm just kidding, Trihex. I love you.
Everyone loves Trihex. I don't know what it is, but I've just posted a try hard, and that's pretty much all that needs to be said.
Oh baby, do we get?
There's a lot of Frankers.
Is this a full-fledged Franker Z train?
Is this a full?
Is this the full thing? Because last time he sent a couple people over here, but he was still streaming.
Yeah, it was like a mini ZFG raid. Is this the full thing?
Is
this is the full Franker ZFG.
This is the full package. I think this is the full package here.
I like it. A good time for ZFG to send his people in because Carl is about to fight the best boss in the game.
Is that a ginormous Raphael?
It is definitely the big man himself. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait till Z-Wing gets there. The boss music is just amazing. Does the full intro. It's amazing.
So,
oh my god, dude, the hype from ZFG. You want to count on somebody to bring the hype to a raid? ZFG is the man.
Oh my gosh, I love the dog faces. I don't know how anyone can get mad when they see a sea of dog faces enter their chat. That's usually followed by good things.
Exactly. And all these Franker Z's, they might help power up Franker Z-Wing.
Oh baby. Now, is he fighting Raphael on the moon right now? What is going on right now?
Well, if you watch, Lee is going into it right now. Basically, Kamig powers up Raphael, and he just straight up bodies you so hard, he sends you to the moon. You just get destroyed by Raph, and then you have to fight him on the moon. You just get wrecked. That's why... Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet and let the music play.
Alright.
Nice. So Z-Wing had a pretty good Raphael fight. Raph is the only real boss in the game that you don't like completely control everything he does because he can go left or right, he can dance. He's the only boss that there isn't really a consistent strategy for. Black Yoshi is still right in it, man. He's still hanging around.
And just for those of you coming in from the ZFG raid, this is the showcase race. At least 3 times a month, we try to showcase some of the more popular and upcoming games in the speedrunning community. Well, what happens is we take the top 4 racers in each category, restream their streams in a race fashion, and then whoever places first, second, third, fourth, and fifth get cash prizes that are completely determined by you, the viewer. Right now, we are at $214. If you'd like to donate, 100% of that money goes to the runners. If you just scroll down on the channel and hit donate, the donate button. Otherwise, you can click this link here. And I'm going to have to time out some ASCII art because it's getting a little too much there. But if you just click that button, it'll take you straight to the PayPal. Sometimes the thing will not come through, but you just have to keep refreshing it, and it'll pop in. So check that out. Give us a donation if you want. You can let me know, and I can get the donation comment read either by putting the message on PayPal or shooting me a message on IRC. So thanks again to all who've donated. Finn and Hallucinogen especially. That's $200 just between the two of them. So thank you so much, everybody who's donated so far. And special shout-outs to ZFG for that raid and for Trihex for tweeting about it.
Thank you very much, ZFG. It's a lot of hype to bring. And all those Franco Z's, dude. Franco Z-Wing has got to be feeling the love. He's got to be feeling the power. He's still in third place, but he can. I believe in Z-Wing, dude. I believe he can get it. Z-Wing, there's something coming up that I believe Z-Wing is going to really need some support for if he does what I think he's going to do. But basically, World 6, just everything that came before, but harder. So Carl is still he's still like a good level ahead, I would say. So he's doing pretty well. Ooh, but he's getting batted around, dude.
Uh-oh.
Dude.
He just
God.
die? He just
Baby
died.
Mario stolen. Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
Wow.
So he's...
Anything can happen, dude. Lee is right with him now.
Wow. And Z-Wing's right behind him. Holy crap.
We have a race, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, the choking over there, dude. Carl choke.
The baseball boy just batted him around like he was nothing. He was completely bodied free. That was a 10-0 matchup for the baseball.
Oh, baby, man. Now we've got a race. Now we've got three racers literally within probably 10-15 seconds of each other fighting for that first place prize. This is definitely some hype going on right here.
This is some serious hype. I still think it looks like Carl is still a little bit ahead, but Lee and Z-Wing are right there.
I mean, in the back of Carl's mind, he's probably thinking, I mean, obviously he messed that up. He's probably a little bit nervous now. He had a nice lead where he could play it safe, but now he's got to be smart here. He doesn't want to lose Baby Mario again.
No, that's got to be in your head. He's got to be thinking about it.
Shoutouts to the cape.
Exactly. Oh, I said this wasn't SMW1. It is. Dude, Black Yoshi's still waiting there, dude. He's not going away. Ooh, Lee's right with him, dude. He skipped the last Baby Mario star.
Wow.
So if you skip the last star in this section, you turn back to Yoshi, like, quickly. But you don't have to wait for Baby Mario to, like, despawn at the end. So Lee is right there, dude. This is big time.
I'm just saying, but ZFG brought the hype, man. Something about ZFG coming in here, just throwing those dog faces. This is crazy.
ZFG has brought the hype. He has changed the game. Oh my god, dude. This is what I'm talking about.
So approximately how much time do we have left of this run? We're about an hour and 31 minutes into it. How much time do you think?
I would say about a little over 20 minutes or so. These guys, I would be surprised if they got sub 140 with all the deaths. But 150, they should definitely still sub 2 hours.
Okay.
And let me see if I still have it. I had the world record, but for some reason I like dropped it. They find it. Oh, just to give you like a sense of where these guys are. So the world record for regular any percent with warps is held by Mai at 142.20. But as I've said, the warps are like They've completely changed the game. So for Warpless, Z-Wing currently holds the record at 148.40. Mai's 148.48. But Carl Sagan is right there with a 149. And Black Yoshi and Lee have a 151.44 and a 151.59. So all these times very competitive, very close. We still got a race here, ladies and gentlemen. We still have a very competitive race.
This is pretty insane just to see both Lee and Carl in the same exact spot, like literally like seconds, with not even seconds. They're both on the same platforms right now.
It's extremely competitive. It is amazing. And Tap Tap's Fort is one of the most interesting and fun levels, I think. It's more or less, there's a bunch of skips you can do. You have to play optimally. And we might need something for Z-Wing here in a little bit.
Wow, Lee is actually ahead of Carl right now at this point.
Lee is definitely there, dude.
He's got the key, and he's moving on. It looked like Carl had a really slow fight right there.
Yeah, Salvo got away from him. Salvo escaped. So Lee is definitely ahead right now.
And Z-Wing gained some time, probably a good 5 to 10 seconds in that spot on that boss fight because of Carl's slow fight there. So Z-Wing right there as well.
This got really intense. Okay, so Lee, what you generally have to do in this dungeon is you have to go like through a maze and find a key, but you just bounce off an enemy and can fly over the wall. So this, if you've ever watched Trihex, you know that right here is where the hype can happen. Lee is taking the log of shame. I believe Carl will also take the log of shame, but I think our good buddy Z-Wing might do it.
Oh,
he's doing it.
He's
dude.
going for it. He's going for it.
Give him some Franker-Z's. Give him a spirit.
Look at this.
Lend Z-Wing your power. Lend him your power. Arms up. The lava skip is here.
Can he get it?
He was going for the flower, dude. Oh,
He's got it. He got it. How much time did he save right there? That was huge.
That saves about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it is some serious, absolute hype. Franker Z-Wing.
Oh my God. Bringing the hype, man. The swag. Oh my God. The swag levels, dude. If Trihex was on here, the boner would be so big.
He probably is, dude. And let me tell you, that 3 seconds actually mattered, dude. He is ahead of Carl Sagan right now.
Wow.
Took the log.
Wow. This is insane. Seconds. I mean, at this point, Lee is what, like, maybe 5 seconds ahead of Z-Wing at this point, and Z-Wing's like maybe 5 seconds ahead of Carl? This is insane.
This is amazing. And they went for the swag when you kill Tap Tap. They tried to get as low as possible after killing him as close to the lava. Oh my God, dude. Lee has brought the hype. He has brought the swag. He has brought the play. Z-Wing is right there bringing it just as hard as Lee. Carl is right there. Black Yoshi, get some one hands for Black Yoshi because he is bringing it hard, just as hard. I believe Black Yoshi can still get up there with those guys.
I want to see some tryhard faces because the hype and swag in this race so far is I don't think the chat can handle it. I want to see that chat full of tryhard faces, just completely full. I don't want to see anything but tryhard faces right now.
Get these tryhards, man. Give it up for all 4 of these competitors. This is an amazing race. That was better than I could have ever hoped for. This is awesome. And of course, after all that hype, they go into a very long auto-scroller.
Yeah.
There is actually a frame-perfect trick in this level that could save time, dude. If you hit it first try, I don't know, we could be talking about some serious differences here.
Oh baby, couple frames here and there.
Actually, if you hit it first try, saves 19 seconds.
Oh wow.
It's an auto-scroller skip. So the second section of this level is supposed to be another auto-scroller, but you can do a frame-perfect jump to skip like the trigger for the auto scroller.
I just
Oh
want to point.
no, Black Yoshi
No!
too.
Oh, he missed it right at the end. He tried to swag it and he just barely missed the end, dude.
Oh my god, dude, I should have paid attention. I didn't call for the spirit bomb. He could have had it. I'm gonna post a one hand for Black Yoshi.
I think he's gonna go for it again. Is he gonna go?
Nah,
Oh no,
he's logged.
he's going safe strats.
He got right to the end. That's rough, dude. He could have had it. Black Yoshi, man, I gotta give it up to Black Yoshi because he's a true competitor. He's hung with it. He's like, there's been some bad luck things that have happened to Black Yoshi, but he's still going hard. He still went. He went for it, dude. 1 frame away. That's tragic.
Oh baby, I've got some more to keep the hype going. We got a donation here from Finn again, and Finn donates $25 and says, "Donating again for such a fun and close race. Cheers and congrats to all the runners as well as the organizers." So another $25 brings our total here. Give me a second. That's going to be $239. So very nice prize pool. Again, if you'd like to donate still, you can get on in on this. The hype is exceeding. Can we hit 300? Can we hit 300? That's the moment of hype. Can we get 300 for these runners? They've been bringing the swag. They've been bringing the hype. Can we get 300 for these guys working hard right now? Let's see it, chat.
I think we can definitely give it up for these guys because they deserve it with all like the hype that they have brought. Okay, so what's going to happen here is Lee's going to go for the auto scroller skip, and he missed it first try. Z-Wing is also missing it, so they're all right together now. Who's going to get this? Z-Wing got it, dude. He's through.
He's first. So is Carl. They're all, wow. They got it within seconds of each other at this point.
So Carl was a little bit behind, but he got it first try. So he's right with them again, dude. This is... Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I think this has got to be the closest race that we've had. Even though Z-Wing got it first, Lee pulled out ahead, and Carl is... right now it's Lee first, Carl second, and Z-Wing all within seconds of each other.
Lee and Z-Wing are like completely like synced for me, but all within at least 2 or 3 seconds of each other. This is absolutely amazing. This is why we race, ladies and gentlemen. This is Speedruns Live right here.
I mean, we've had some close races, but this has got to be the closest race we've ever had in Showcase race history. Within seconds of each other and like 10 minutes left to go in the run. It's pretty insane. 10 to 15 minutes.
This late in the run, all 3 of these guys being this close is absolutely amazing. Now what they're going to do here is try to pull this key through the wall through a trick. And Lee's got it, Z-Wing's got it, Carl's got it. Wow.
All got it.
They all got it.
I saw Lee pre-stream. Lee was actually grinding this trick out a lot, so it's good to see that he got it pretty quickly.
Yeah, he was not getting that well in practice. That's like before a football game, you see the kicker trying to make field goals. That was Lee. And now they're going to do a perfect flutter to get up here and get through the door. And that skips a huge section of this level. And so it looks like Carl has taken a little bit from Z-Wing. It looks like Z-Wing had just a little bit of trouble with getting the key. So it looks, for right now, it looks like it's Lee, and then Carl, and then definitely Z-Wing right there. And then Black Yoshi is chilling in the very long cave. You're at 6-7. 6-7 is just straightforward. You go through, you go fast. No tricks to it. Straight up.
Is it difficult platforming though? Could there be some mistakes up here?
There shouldn't be a mistake, but there could be. There's spikes everywhere, so if you miss one, you're in trouble. But this is, I don't know, I don't think anything's too bad is going to happen here. But anything can happen, man. We've seen some weird deaths here. We've seen that Carl Sagan death completely equalize it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a spot that I think we did not expect at all.
And just to keep the hype going, we got 634 viewers right now. So shout outs to everybody who's showing up to this.
Oh, Carl just got a really sick boost right there. That red platform that flew to the right.
Mm-hmm.
What Carl was able to do is he was able to like re-jump onto it, and it gave him a significant boost in momentum. So every little bit helps, man. That was really impressive. I really enjoyed watching that. So here we go. We got another basic auto scroller. They just wait for the platform. They just kind of go forward. Well, you see, we had good speedrunners doing good speedruns. Well, that's just good speedrun.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that input.
The guy who gets the lowest time is going to win the race.
You don't want to die. You want to keep going. You want to get to the end. That's the key.
You don't want to die. You want to beat Bowser. You got to save the day.
Oh man, that would be fun to have one showcase race where myself and whoever else was commentating, that's all we did was just talk in really generic terms the whole time and try to beat John Madden.
Boom.
Boom. Oh man. These side scrollers, man, there's something else.
That's the only problem with this game, man. I'm telling you.
So I'm seeing right now, Z-Wing just passed up Lee, and Carl's in first right now.
Carl is barely ahead of Z-Wing. Lee is right there. This is, oh my god, dude. I don't know where Z-Wing, got up with that time, but he's right there. This is fascinating, dude. It's going to come down to, I think it's going to be just like, oh, Carl's trying to gate hack here. Z-Wing's trying to gate hack as well. Lee is going to gate hack. And they are all right in. This is going to come down. It's going to be like it's SM64 in here. It's going to come down to Bowser throws, I think. Last level was Bowser's Castle. It's coming right up. Carl going in first, Z-Wing and Lee.
And do realize there is some stream lag, so these guys could be closer than it actually looks like. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that race channel and see who's dunning first.
Definitely keep an eye on the race channel. I'm going to refresh all their streams right now.
Yep, I'm going to do that as well. Good idea.
Because the first screen in Bowser's Castle is just some helicopter. Carl's actually... Wow, Carl's just tanking it, dude. Not even taking the safe route up at the top. Oh, Lee's doing it as well. Saving a little bit of time there. Alright. So, you know door 6? Well, we got to get door 4. Oh my god, that swag shot. That egg shot, Carl. Holy moly, dude. Lee's in door 4 as well. Carl is bringing his A game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Lee as well. Oh my god. These egg shots are amazing.
Dude, egg shots. Egg shots everywhere, man.
This is unreal.
Now, as we're getting close to that final boss battle, is that an opportunity where they could lose a lot of time, or is it really easy?
Well, Baby Bowser fight, the first phase is not real, that, they shouldn't lose any time there. The second time, you can definitely lose time there. You miss some egg shots, you're losing a lot of time waiting for the new eggs to come on screen. This is really hype. We got another auto scroller here where they're just trying to avoid Kamek, but Black Yoshi has died again. This is... Let's while they're in the auto scroller, let's get some one hands.
Dude, he needs the support right now.
Black Yoshi is a hell of a competitor, ladies and gentlemen. Give him the one hands. He needs them. He has brought his absolute A game. It's been really impressive. Wow, and I think a lot of people have actually forfeited this race.
Dang.
I think for 5th place, we're probably going to look at a Hyper Zoot.
I think I Got Bored is still in it.
He forfeit.
Oh, he did. Wow.
He died in 5-7. Carl is through the mid-ring. He is into Baby Bowser. He's into the first phase of Baby Bowser. This is what it all comes down to, ladies and gentlemen.
Right behind him is Z-Wing.
The final trial, and right behind Z-Wing is Lee. A missed egg shot here or there could be the difference.
Definitely the closest we've ever had for a showcase race. Let's do this. I'm gonna let you take over on this one. You just go to town on what's going on here.
Alright, so Carl has begun the fight, and I'm gonna have to say, if they win and they don't tongue the ass right here, it's not a win. But you can always trust Carl, Z-Wing, and Lee to bring it. Yes, full extension from Carl. Ooh, Z-Wing going for a different approach, getting right into it. He lost Baby Mario, but he's right there as well. Another just perfect tongue. Carl got the full extension. He's going into the final phase. And to be honest, I kind of want to just let this ride. This final boss music, I'm just going to let it ride.
All right.
Z-Wing's nailing the shots. Z-Wing is destroying Bowser. Carl's missed a couple of shots.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
The snipe, dude. Oh, he missed one. Z-Wing missed one right there.
Okay. You can tell where they are if he's summoned. Z-Wing is destroying right now. Lee, look how far back Bowser is. Lee is owning him. Oh my god. Z-Wing's one away. Oh my god!
Z-Wing finished it! Wow!
Oh my god!
One freaking... Look at that time! Look at that time! Holy shit! Holy shit! Look at that time! With not even a second! Not even a second, dude! It was half a second! A half a second!
My god! Lee is right there! Oh my god! Z-Wing is the winner. Z-Wing has won the showcase race.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow.
That is unreal.
I'm just speechless right now. Wow. Unreal.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And Carl does have a point. Lee just PB'd. Lee just got a PB by a full minute. Give it up for Lee, ladies and gentlemen. RaceBot says 150.06, probably a little higher than Lee's actual time. That is awesome. That is amazing. What a finish, ladies and gentlemen.
Dang. Carl's saying that he potentially missed the dot done a little bit. So, I mean, at this point, I mean, it was pretty much a tie, almost.
If Carl's timer on the bottom right says 149.59, I don't know. I can't call it. I think Z-Wing won, but Carl might have won real time. I don't know, dude.
And we can always...
You would have to ask both of them. Carl looked like he got the last hit first.
Yeah. Like I said, we can go back to it, But if
We,
it's that close, we can always split it. It wasn't intentional if it was an early thing. It was very close.
that is whoever won. Whoever won was an amazing race. An absolutely amazing race.
Wow.
It doesn't.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, it's money. Yeah, it's important, but that is one of the best races I think I've ever seen.
The top 3 finishers finishing within 10 seconds of each other for an hour and a half game. This is unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable. And you know, Black Yoshi right now is going into Bowser's Castle. You got to give it up for Black Yoshi as well. I got to give him some one-hand love. Oh, you got door 1. Door 1's salvageable. Door 1's nothing bad.
Wow, what a race. That is what Showcase Race is all about, catching these moments in racing and bringing them to light. Excellent performance by everybody. Excellent job. Let's get some post-game interview. Let's bring in can we get in Carl and Z-Wing? Can we just get in everybody? I mean, I think everybody deserves to get in on this. Can we pull in Lee and Z-Wing and Carl in here?
I have Lee and Carl's Skype names. I do not have Z-Wings. I can add them. Oh, let me. Maybe I don't know how to add because I'm.
Just drag their names into the.
Oh yeah.
What a race!
Oh fuck! I'm really bad with Skype. Okay, there we go. We gotta get some post-game interview here. That was a hell of an ending.
Hey guys, oh my god, that was the best race ever. That was amazing.
That was...
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Do you guys have Z-Wing? Can you add him to this?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just
We
give me a
want to
sec.
get him in here.
I'm gonna add BLK. Oh, what's his...
Where's the wing? Where did the wing go? Oh, I named him Frank or Z-Wing, that's why. There we go.
Holy shit! Good stuff, guys. All of you. That was an amazing race.
That is absolutely amazing. That was...
I thought someone was gonna just be done in World 5 and it was just gonna be one person ahead of everybody. And it was just down to the last fucking egg shot on the final boss.
Literally the very last egg shot. It was...
Yeah, and if either of us had missed the last egg shot, then the other person would have won. I don't even know who won. I think I did, just based on dot times, but I don't even know. I don't care.
Like I said, I'm fine with splitting because it was so close between the two of you guys. Just take the prize for first and second, then we'll just split it between the two of you because it was so close.
Yeah, the real winners were the people who watched. That was absolutely amazing. I don't know if you guys want to add Trihex to...
Dude, get everybody in here.
Now.
I'm fine with that.
I'm just happy I got the off-screen ground pound on Bowser. That's my personal victory right there.
Lee, every time I watched and I saw Carl not go for it on Potted Ghost, I was so sad, but you came through for me. You and Z-Wing came through.
Oh, that was so hype, man.
You and Z-Wing came through for me on the Potted Ghost.
I told you, I just wanted to, to be a surprise for you, BossCrab, but if it wasn't for Trihex, that would never happen.
Dude, you came through in the clutch with that lava skip was everything I wanted it to be. That was absolutely hype.
It wasn't even a half-assed one where you had to flutter at the very end. It just cleared the whole fucker.
You just completely beasted on it. That's what I love to see. And it actually mattered. You made up the time because of the lava skip. That is...
Yeah, that's the only way I would have caught up. Carl's too fucking good at this game.
Everybody needs to
He
give Black
really
Yoshi some hearts.
Everyone give Black Yoshi some love.
He just got some bad luck.
Give him some hearts. He's on the final boss.
Yeah, honestly, can we just assume it was a tie between me and Carl?
Yeah, that was pretty much a tie.
Yeah, just call it a tie.
If you guys agree...
It was a tie, and I was one fucking egg shot behind. Oh.
Yeah, that was sick. Oh, Hyperzook got a 1 point.
Wait, guys, before we do anything else.
Oh my god, swag!
Can we give some birth to some heroes?
Heroes are born.
Heroes are fucking born.
Like, goddamn, that was like literally top 3.
Oh my god, Black Yoshi
Within
just
3 seconds of each other at the very end. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, within one egg shot of each other. That was amazing.
Like, fuck yeah.
That is absolutely unreal. That is definitely the best race I think I've ever seen on SRL.
That was really, really good. Yeah.
I mean, this is not a game where you have races that close either. It's really not.
I,
Prior to this race, the Summer Games Done Quick 2012 Double Kingdom Hearts 2 race, where 5.5 hour game came down to less than 30 seconds with the final hit. This topped that easily. Like, holy shit.
Oh my god, I need an egg. Okay.
This was like one egg shot and you're fucked.
yeah, it came down literally to the final egg shots. That was completely unreal.
Damn.
Like Carl, when the baseball guy started batting you around,
You know, it's a kind of a joke at this point to say I've never seen that before, but dear God, have I never seen that before. Like, he was right on the edge of the ledge, just with his bat, just like, hey, come on, come up here, and he's just smacking me with it every time I try to jump up. And this shitty thing about getting hit in Yoshi's Island is after you've already been hit once, it gives you like this huge stun timer. So Yoshi goes flying backwards and does this like spiral of doom, and I'm just like, the second I saw that, I was like, I know, it's just...
he does this spiral of doom and like dies. Lee, I love you. Lee, you are amazing for doing what you are doing right now. And Black Yoshi, you are amazing for sticking with it. And Beastin, still finishing up.
Black Yoshi.
Finishing up strong.
You mind if I cut stream?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hope they enjoy this offline pick.
Lee. Mowgli, the Lion King, doing what he does best.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
guys, I need to run to catch a movie. It's been great, though.
Alright.
Thanks.
Amazing, Carl. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys for participating in this amazing race. The way I wanted it to
Thank you
end.
for having us.
This was sick, man.
That was so
Yeah.
nice. I wish I could have. I'm gonna go back and watch it actually. 'Cause
Dude, watch
I didn't
the
even get to watch
full
it.
race.
It'll be uploaded to YouTube and to my VOD, so for the showcase VOD, so definitely you guys can check that out. But yeah, that was insane.
That was fucking good. Oh
We
my
gotta
God.
watch this. This was intense, like, holy fuck.
That was
that was intense.
the best finish I think I've ever seen.
Listen, you guys all need to follow these guys right now. Let's get their links out there and follow these guys because they put on a fucking show today. That was amazing. Good shit, guys.
Fucking amazing shit.
I'm real happy about that.
Damn.
That was.
I wish every race was like this.
Yeah.
Damn.
I kind of want to do this again sometime later because I need to cut the one. I need sub 150. That's what
You
I
can
really
do it,
do.
Lee.
I can't believe I actually cut the 50.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
That was like a shit race. If I would have died, I probably could have beat my... Nah, I couldn't have.
You guys
If I
went
didn't-
back and forth a couple of times.
If I didn't get that stupid sub despawn, I would have been there with you guys the entire time.
Carl was
Yeah,
ahead of the
yeah.
entire race until the bat.
Until he died.
That was it.
Yeah,
That's all
until
it took.
yeah, pretty much the bat, and then the lava skip pulled you right even with him with tap tap. It was,
I had
Yeah.
no choice.
I was in first until the sub despawn, then I was in last.
yeah,
Black Yoshi was on a torrid pace for the first...
Black Yoshi was beasting. Other than things that were like out of his control, the sub despawn and then the fuzzies. Like there was really nothing to do.
I've never had this sub despawn on me. I've never had that happen, but I
Dude,
need
just
to watch
kill
that
the fish.
video and
All you
learn
need to
that
know
way
is
in
fish
case it
and
happens
die.
to me. Like, I at least know what to do to, like, counter it. I've never had that happen to me. Holy fuck, dude.
I don't know, guys. You guys got to figure out 100% hype sometime because that would be insane if you guys could get it together sometime in the
Yeah,
I
summer.
don't know if that'll be as close as this one though.
Nah,
Yeah,
that'll take a
Girls
while
that
for
are
everyone,
learning this
actually.
game too, 100%. Like, I think there's 3 people in hashtag Yoshi that's picking it up now. Like,
Yeah,
Retro,
there's a lot of people picking it up. I just...
So the
Black
those
Yoshi.
races that get restreamed with Z-Wing and Kaede and some of them, those are pretty good. Those 100% races.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Cash Yoshi's gonna pick.
my ass.
Yeah.
Well, people need to work on just tighten up that gap a little bit, and then...
I'm gonna cut the lead tonight.
Dude, Lee, this is amazing. You gonna split at 420? Is that when this happens?
No, I actually missed the split. I just fell asleep.
Oh,
I went to bed.
fuck it.
We wanted to do this race on 420 because, touch fuzzy, get dizzy.
Yeah, I actually made an entire. I made a new alt stream for it. It was Touch Fuzzy, get 420, I believe. Twitch.tv/Touch Fuzzy get 420. Unfortunately, we did not manage to stream on that particular day. Shout out to Black Yoshi.
Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, bless you. You need to redeem yourself. I want to see you stream, like, right now.
I can't. I have work.
Fuck work.
Fuck work, play
Let's
Yoshi.
work, acquire records.
Agreed. You gotta show this my guy what's up. You gotta.
Oh, God. I can't believe he hasn't beaten me yet. He's only 8 seconds behind.
My is a goose.
By the way, you guys need to check out BossCrab for giving some great commentary. Check out his Twitch channel. Make sure you follow that guy. He was bringing the swag and the commentary, John Madden style.
Dude, I hope I did you guys justice.
You did fine. You did an excellent job, dude.
Yeah.
That was
Hey,
absolutely
Rosie.
unreal.
What was Pearl's favorite emoticon?
Try hard.
Try her? Okay.
Yeah, the try hard.
Okay, make a store. We all want to do try hard, but, unfortunately, that wouldn't be really good. Or support.
Yeah, because when you gotta ask for power, you gotta it would just be tryhards for everybody. I mean, that would have worked, but
Oops.
Ugh. Damn.
that was absolutely unreal, guys.
All right. Well, I think that we got to end it on that note. That was pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. You guys did an amazing job. Amazing running, amazing commentating. A great thank you, viewers, for donating. Shout-outs to Finn and Elucigen for donating so much. The prize pool is $239, which will be split between the top 5 runners. Next week, we're doing this again next week. If you like what you saw and the hype was intense, make sure you hit that follow button on Twitch. You can follow us on twitter.com/showcase race. And this is the last thing you need to be following. You need to follow the rest of these guys as well. But if you want to follow me as well, twitch.tv/IHRPie. Next week at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be doing Banjo-Tooie. It's an up-and-coming game. Not many people know about it, but there's some really good runners in that game. So 1 p.m. Eastern Time, mark your calendars. It's going to be myself and Toast My Bros doing the commentary. It's going to be hype. It's going to be sick. You guys got to all be there. And any last-minute shout-outs, guys, that you want to throw out there before we cut the stream?
I gotta shout out to what he's doing right now. This is the greatest fighting game of all time. There's no more arcade edition at Evo. This is what's going on at Evo.
Shout-outs to IQ Unlimited.
I got
For
a
his
shout-out.
ass, that would be even in the Yoshi community.
Yeah, straight up shout outs to #Yoshi, the entire Yoshi community. If you saw this race and you want to get into Yoshi speedrunning, feel free to stop by anytime. Everyone's really nice, really welcoming. There's plenty of resources for you to learn the game, whether you want to learn any percent or 100%. It's an amazing community. If you want to learn the game, definitely stop on by.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to learn any percent, I do have tutorial videos on YouTube and on my Twitch page. You guys should check those out and then come race with us. We need more people. It'd be really nice. I just got bodied.
There are a lot of new runners that are getting pretty good times. So you definitely Foxtails, Hyperzoot, I Got Bored, all these guys.
A huge
Yes.
shout-out to I Got Bored. He is...
Damn it, Z-Wing. I was
literally-
trying to say that for 3 minutes, and you just fucking
Fuck
sniped
you.
me.
Do it, Black Yoshi, then.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No.
Oh my God.
No, you go ahead.
You got it.
You guys are going out. This is literally for your first date or something. I don't. You guys, come on, someone. All right, I'll do it. Shout outs to I Got Bored.
That's it?
Yeah, there we go. Take it. What's up?
No, seriously,
What's
he's
up?
getting times that literally took me
Yeah.
6 months to get, and he's what is it, third week? He's at a fucking insane pace.
Yeah, he's got some pretty sweet skills.
Yeah, Black Yoshi, your turn.
He's a beast.
These shout-outs are top.
Yeah, do you
These
got
are
any
almost as good as my commentary on this game right here, guys. Come on. I'm just kidding. Anything else, guys, that you want to say?
It's me. Follow his ass. He's doing 100%. You gotta follow his ass.
It's me, yeah, it's me, IX. He's a good guy. Good runner. Really, anyone in Hash Yoshi, just stop on by, follow these guys. Great community. Thank you guys so much for the race. I just hope I did you guys justice. That was an absolutely unreal race, and I'm so glad I got to at least commentate, or at least just watch it. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was an excellent watch. All right, guys, just so you know, I will be uploading these videos to YouTube on my YouTube channel, so be checking it out. I would say probably within 3 or 4 hours that race will be up there, highlighted and ready to go with all the commentary. Check that out, give it a follow. And we got a raid to do. So we've got a marathon going on right now. I really don't know too much about it other than Peach has told me he's helping out. So we got to give it some raid. What are we raiding with today? You guys, what are we raiding with? What's the phrase?
What's the marathon?
I don't know, Fuzzy
It's
420, I don't
the
know.
SRG marathon, I think. What's the phrase? Ooh. I'm okay with Heroes Are Born.
All right, let's do it.
Heroes of Born works.
All right, boys.
Heroes Are Born, guys.
Let's give them the love. And thanks again to everybody for watching. It was a good, excellent race, excellent ending. Take it easy, everybody. We'll close it out with the racetrack here.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I can't believe that race was so good.
I know. I'm so salty because I choked on my last egg shot. If I didn't choke on my last egg shot, I probably would have been
Tied. We probably would have tied.
I would've tied.
Three-way tie.
That would have been unreal, dude. It was unreal anyway. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Honestly, to cut to 150 in a race is like shit hard, no matter who you are.
It's like, yeah. The fact that all of you were like right with it right there was absolutely unreal.
Dang. It's a good thing we got that little buffer for Carl.
Sure, man.